Hi, hello, and welcome to another edition of the CNC Talk Show. I'm your host Sam Duckett in Beijing, and I'm joined by...
Hi, I'm Lee.
Hey guys, I'm Ping. Guys, did you know that you can track how much money you've spent online through China's major e-commerce platforms? And honestly, I cannot believe how much I've spent this year.
I imagine that number was probably inflated with the recent Double 11 and Double 12 sales.
It's not surprising when you think that during the Double 11 sale, Chinese consumers spent over 498 billion yuan collectively.
That's an interesting figure, Lee, and I've actually got one for you guys as well. I recently found out that over 749 million consumers have been using online platforms in China this year. That's like double the population of the United States. And to put it into context, that number was only at 34 million in 2006.
Wow. Well, I think it's great for a few reasons. Number one, it's boosted the delivery sector. Number two, it's allowed a lot of people to start online businesses and make more money.
Exactly, but I think the expansion of e-commerce is not without its challenges. For example, a large increase in online demand has led to heavy waste, right?
Oh, you mean the packaging?
Exactly, and we're also seeing a lot of high street shops struggling to keep up.
Tell me about it. I might not be able to go to Debenhams the next time I go back to the UK.
Topshop.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, delivery companies are actually putting a bigger focus on recycling. Like for instance, Shanghai has had a really strong waste management campaign. I think we should further encourage those online stores to use environmentally friendly materials.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you know what, I was thinking about it, and yes, the high street is downsizing, but we have seen a big increase in the delivery sector, and this has been a huge boost to online businesses. These small businesses are continuing to grow as a result of the change in this trend.
Yeah, and I think it feels like that a lot of real stores are now resorted to become a showroom because consumers know that they can get a better deal online.
Exactly, and speaking of advertising, have you guys been following the live streaming presenters advertising goods in China?
Oh, you mean guys like Li Jiaqi, for example?
Yeah.
Exactly, and I think they've been especially busy with what's going on in the world.
Oh, by the way, Sam, have you ever checked out one of those live streamings before?
I've got to be 100% honest with you, Ping. It wasn't originally my thing, but I recently saw a fantastic report on e-commerce, and it was actually done by our very own Zheng Li during her recent business trip to the Guangxi Autonomous Region.
In the first 10 months of 2020, China-ASEAN bilateral trade volume reached about $571.64 billion, accounting for 14.6% of China's foreign trade, up 7% from the same period last year. This remarkable achievement has been made in the face of the ongoing pandemic.
I'm at the 17th China-ASEAN Expo in Nanning, southwest China's Guangxi Autonomous Region. This is China's gateway to ASEAN. Cross-border e-commerce platforms have been crucial to this budding relationship. Now let's take a look at how the digital economy is having an impact on trade.
A series of investment and trade promotion activities are being held to facilitate the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or RCEP. The world's biggest trade pact was signed earlier in November by 15 Asia-Pacific countries. Lazada is a leading Southeast Asian e-commerce platform. Since its founding in 2019, the center has assisted more than 30 established Chinese companies, incubated over 400 small and medium-sized cross-border online retailers, and trained more than 1,000 e-commerce professionals.
This is very exciting, as you can see. In this studio, the live streaming presenter is selling products from ASEAN countries to China. And behind me, we have a collection of presenters selling products in different languages. And over here, in this studio, this presenter is selling Chinese products to ASEAN countries. I guess she's speaking Thai. Let's get a closer look.
Data show that more than 350,000 brands and online outlets, including thousands of new brands, participated in Lazada's massive November 11th online sale. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, economic and trade cooperation between China and ASEAN has maintained steady growth. In the first 10 months of the year, China-ASEAN bilateral trade achieved a historic breakthrough and been each other's largest trading partner.
We are mainly doing business online, so it actually helped. The disease actually improved the reception of the local users to know about the business model of e-commerce, because for some of the users in Southeast Asian countries, they're not very familiar with e-commerce, but with the influence of the disease, they start to know about it and start to get used to it.
An increase in digital services such as online cross-border shopping and online education has pushed the need to further understand big data and take advantage of the digital economy.
This year is designated as the Year of China-ASEAN Digital Economy Cooperation. And it's clear from being here today that the digital economy will continue to be an engine of trade and win-win cooperation. Well, I was really amazed. I didn't expect that China's live streaming trend would become such a hit across ASEAN countries.
The funny thing is that we've seen those products being advertised all the time, but it felt kind of surreal seeing them being advertised in different Southeast Asian languages.
Yeah, and I love the positive relationship that we're building with our ASEAN neighbors. And personally, I love visiting these countries and trying their products like pho, civic coffee, or
massage.
Yeah, Thai massage. Big fan. And now it turns out that they like our products too.
Well, I mean, we saw over $500 billion in bilateral trade this year. That is incredible.
Yeah.
And guys, you'll know more about this than me. Guangxi is China's gateway to ASEAN countries. It's far from being the only gateway in China. I mean, you've seen what's happening in Jilin province at the moment.
Oh yeah, didn't bilateral passing through Jilin and Russia quadruple throughout this year?
Exactly, it's now worth like $67.5 million.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the UK has left its largest trading bloc.
We know how you feel, Sam.
No, you don't. We've just spent the entire show talking about how well things are going over here. I don't think you know how I feel.
Well, to make you feel better, actually, a lot of these trade deals in China are quite new and have been made easier by e-commerce. So, Sam, you never know what's going to happen in the future. Be positive.
You're right, Iping. That does sound promising. I think that e-commerce is going to continue to help trade. And on that note, I think we should bring the show to a close. I've got this sudden urge to go online and do a bit of shopping. Thank you for tuning into our show. And if you want to leave us a comment, you can do so below. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.